All right, hello. Let's go ahead and get this sucker started. Anyway, hey Alicia, as usual, you're the first person to be on. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I'm just gonna assume you guys can hear me. Anyway, hello, all my truth seekers. My name is Keisha, and I welcome you to the Truth Show. This live program will cover the most recent hot issues, yes, including Megarry's and the rest of the royal family. Jaleel White, Ozempic Addiction that's going through Hollywood, the celeb Blackout that started on TikTok, crazy, that fad. Drake and Kendrick Lamar, latest current dispute. And last but not least, the Leviathan. I forgot how to pronounce that. And I just learned. Oh, oh my gosh, I gotta learn how to pronounce that again. Anyway, that biblical beast, Leviathan, I believe that's how I pronounce it. Part two. There's a little bit more information about that in terms of where they're saying that it's currently polluting and strolling in the water. I think they got the information a little bit obscured, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. Here is your trigger warnings.
Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material about some subjects or topics that may be disturbing or upsetting or may bring forth some troubling memories, as you read in the description or title. With that said, either end the video now or brace yourself. Aside from that, enjoy.
All right, fantastic. Okay. All right, we're going to start the story off as usual. I was going to do politics, but I am not in the mood for politics right now. I don't have the patience to deal with Trump and whatever he's got going on in his cockamamie trial life. So we're going to talk about something that's a little less annoyance. Okay, we're going to talk about the Megarrys. Well, first let's talk about Megarrys. They just finished their tour in Nigeria, and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex received a warm reception in Nigeria where they were greeted with enthusiasm and treated with celebrity status despite no longer being working royals. So they got treated with such astute. I mean, Meghan looked fabulous throughout the entire 3-day trial there, or visit there. I'm going to get a little bit more in details in just a moment here. Okay. And then the second, well, not second day, but parts of this visit was when Prince Harry played sitting volleyball. Okay. Well, let's back up a little bit. I went a little ahead of myself. Okay. Like I said, it was a warm welcome. They were treated perfectly. This is the first outfit that Meghan Markle wore during the visit. It was easy, breezy, comfortable. She wore a lot of earth tones, to match the whole little color scheme there. Dress sold out as soon as she pretty much wore it. You can't find it on the website anymore. So it's sold. Everything she had on is pretty much sold out. But are we surprised by that? No, we're not. Okay, then it was the Invictus Games promotion. Prince Harry played sitting volleyball with disabled athletes, all Nigerian Army veterans. So these are all Nigerian veterans. Yes, they are very cute together. And it was part of the efforts to promote the Invictus Games, an international sporting event for wounded soldiers that Prince Harry founded. He founded that for veterans who need something to do with their mind to get over the PTSD or whatever they have going on from being in a war, or whatever traumatic thing they had going on. He created this foundation so they can have something to look forward to. And it's literally popular all over the world. And it's picking up more and more countries, more and more areas all over the world, which is fantastic because it's a great, great, great cause. So that's good. Okay. And then we're going to get to Megan ancestry acknowledgement. Apparently, Megan did an ancestry thing, and she found that she's part Nigerian, which I'm sure is from her mother's side. So during Women's Leadership event, Megan referenced her Nigerian ancestry, which she discovered through a genealogy test. Her statement, "My country," about Nigeria was met with applause and cheers because they was like, oh my gosh, she's a sister. So they pretty much called her the Princess of Nigeria in her own right. Not legally, but that's pretty much what's her name down there. And she cheered up and she almost cried, and she was really cheery and teary throughout that particular day. You know, she's pretty emotional, and it was Mother's Day here in America, and she's like, I wish I was with my kids, but hey, it is what it is. She has to work, right? Okay. And oops, go back here. Okay. And then it was a school visit here. Someone gave her this particular skirt, this wrap here, and they gave it to her the night before at the formal event. So she was like, I have to wear this. I have to wear this. You know, Meghan Markle and her great fashion. And her and I have so much in common when it comes to glasses. I told you guys, I don't do the little, you know, Beyonce, she wearing those little glittery, flossy, the queen of the world of diamonds or whatever, and they be all pointy. I don't like that. Give me a classy Jackie Kennedy or this standard black glasses, beautiful, sophisticated, iconic, timeless. That's me. This is what I like to wear, these glasses. So she took the wrap and she was like, okay, I can pair this with something. So she took one of her t-shirts and wrapped it around and put on some shoes, and that's pretty much what she wore. She literally put that together almost at the last minute because she wanted to wear what they gave her. So that's what she did with this wrap here, which is crazy that she able to put that together like that. She literally got that the day before, so that was really nice. So again, on the final day of the tour, Harry and Meghan visited a secondary school in Lagos. Harry engaged with the students in a basketball game, as you can see. I never even heard him or even saw him play basketball before, but I'm sure he knows how. I never saw him before, but I'm sure he knows how. And Meghan wore a traditional Nigerian asaoke, I think it's called asaoke, attire, symbolizing her connection to the country. So that's the attire she wore there. Okay. Asaki, I think it's called Asaki. All right, now here is the charity match. Now, a couple did attend a charity match at the Lagos Polo Club to raise funds for Nigeria's team for the Invictus Games. And it was kings there. It was people around the world. So it was some billionaires there. You gotta understand, we only know the billionaires here in America, but there are several billionaires overseas. Way more richer than the billionaires here in America. So they pretty much was there, and they raised a lot of money for the Invictus Game. So it was definitely a triumph 3-day little vacation trip for them, so to speak, even though it was work, but you know, it was slightly vacationed, okay? So they attended this little polo club to raise funds for Nigeria's team for the Invictus Games. The tour was personal, again, for Meghan, who expressed that learning about her Nigerian heritage was both eye-opening and humbling. The visit aimed to highlight and support various causes, including women's empowerment and veterans rehabilitation through sports. As I told you, that's pretty much what it was. And that's pretty much what she wore. We get into little details about that a little bit. Yeah, she's part Nigerian. Okay. As you can see here. Now this dress here is the same dress she wore when she, I believe they took I think she announced her baby picture, or the picture they did together under that tree. It was black and white, and she was laying on the ground, and her head was laying on Prince Harry's leg, and it was black and white. This is the same dress she wore. So she also wore this on, I believe, Archie's first birthday or her other baby's birthday. I forgot, one of her kids. Anyway, so she wore this dress multiple times. See, the one thing I love about Meghan, she can take a former dress and make it a party wear. Make it evening wear. You know, it's crazy how she's able to do this. She took this dress that she wore 3 different occasions. Just a standard kind of picnic, laying under the tree with your hubby kind of thing. Casual, so to speak. And then a party dress. Not a party just like I'm going to the club. A birthday party. A kid's birthday party. And then she wore a former. Okay, I'm going to wear a former now. I'm going to pair with some jewelry. Some really, classic jewelry. Pin my hair up. Have a little 2 tendrils pulled down on each side of my face. Some fabulous heels and makeup. She turned the simple dress and made it formal. And then took one of the little wraps there and put it over her shoulder to represent their colors and their heritage. So she really represented down there. She did her homework. The stylist that helped her coordinate every day's outfit, except for that skirt wrap that she did, that was completely on Megan. He said, he helped her pick out the outfits. He does the makeup, but then he let her do the rest herself and let her be free. I think he's Asian or something, and he's been styling her for a while now. Anyway, here is the Prince. I'm calling her the princess of the royal family because I'm the queen, because I started off, but she managed to get into the limelight. But she didn't get checked down freaking 3 times and demonetized 5 times and don't have 4.3 million subscribers. It's currently, never mind. But you already know my backstory. But here, she managed to do this free and tree. But I would say the race card here, but we're not going to do that. And she's fabulous at her job. Congratulations to her on her engagement. Take a look.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have just wrapped up a 3-day visit to Nigeria, and I have just wrapped up a weekend of getting engaged and celebrating Mother's Day, so please don't yell at me for this video coming out on Monday. Thank you so much for your patience. We are going to go through everything Harry and Meghan got up to in Nigeria, and almost more importantly, how Meghan Markle crammed 8 outfits into this 3-day visit. Now, this trip by Harry and Meghan, it's not an official royal tour because they're not working royals, but it was an official visit. They were invited by the chief of the Nigerian defense staff. And the purpose of the visit was to host conversations about Nigeria potentially hosting the Invictus Games in the future. But of course, there was also a personal angle to this visit. If you don't remember, back in 2022 on her podcast, Meghan revealed that she has, I think, 42% Nigerian ancestry after taking a DNA test. I hate that I know the exact number. They were also highlighting some of the work that their foundation, Archwell, is doing in Nigeria. So, lots going on. Their first stop was a school called the Lightweight Academy in Abuja, which is the capital of Nigeria. They announced a new partnership with that school and Archwell to provide mental health resources. I'm not going to be focusing in too closely on the outfit details unless it's super relevant for this video, but needless to say, Meghan looked gorgeous. We don't have a lot of time. They did so many things on this visit. Because right after they were off to a meeting at the Nigerian Defense Headquarters, they were both wearing suits by Altazara. Harry's is teal green and Meghan's is white, making up the colors of the Nigerian flag. We love to see flag dressing, even though not a royal tour. They then traveled to the Kaduna state where Prince Harry was welcomed by the governor and presented with traditional attire, as well as a gift, which was a painted, framed picture of him and his mother, Diana. Harry then went on a solo visit to the Nigerian Army Reference Hospital in Kaduna to meet with wounded service members. This was all day 1, mind you, and after they've taken a flight from, well, in Meghan's case, from LA to London and then from London to Nigeria. My stamina could never. Then, Saturday morning, Harry and Meghan looked in on a training session with a group called Nigeria Unconquered, which works with the Invictus Games. They were gifted these Nigerian scarves as they watched, and in Harry's case, participated in a game of sitting volleyball. Adaptive sports like this are a big part of the Invictus Games. Later that day, there was an official reception in honor of military families, and here I will pause to talk about Meghan's outfit, not just for the ethereal bridal inspo she is giving me, but because she wore a diamond cross necklace here that has been revealed to be part of Princess Diana's private jewelry collection. And People magazine has the exclusive on this. They say that this necklace was a recent gift from Prince Harry to Meghan. As you can see, Meghan is still sticking with her signature neutrals so far on this visit, which, is a dressing strategy that works for her. It lets her both stand out and complement her host's outfits, which are very vibrant. But right after this event, she went to another where she directly references her neutral dressing strategy. During a Women in Leadership panel, which Meghan co-hosted, along with the Director General of the World Trade Organization, she wore this gorgeous red dress, which was actually by a Nigerian clothing brand, who posted that their website had crashed after pictures of Meghan in this dress were released. First of all, this was such a fun event. The host asked the audience which Nigerian names they should give to Meghan, but she also commented on her wardrobe. She said that I very quickly got the memo that I need to wear more color so I can fit in with all of you and your incredible fashion. Thank you, Nigeria, for giving Meghan this memo. She also carried the colorful dressing progressing into Sunday, which was Mother's Day here in the US, as she and Prince Harry landed in Lagos, which is Nigeria's largest city. She was wearing a Carolina Herrera white button-down paired with a traditional Nigerian skirt, which she and Harry had actually received at the reception the day before. Just a really great combination of diplomatic dressing strategies is happening on this trip. Even though she is incorporating pieces from her usual designers, she was either doing it very thoughtfully with the thematic colors, or switching it up to showcase Nigerian brand, or incorporating items she received as gifts on this trip. After touching down in Lagos, they visited a grammar school which partners with the Archwell organization, as well as the charity Giants of Africa, which uses sport, particularly basketball, to engage young people. Then the couple attended yet another reception at the state governor's house in Lagos. Megan was wearing a dress which I think is a nod to the fact that it was Mother's Day, and she remarked that she was missing her children, so I assume they were left behind in California. But this yellow silk Carolina Herrera dress is actually the only repeat I think we saw on Megan on this trip, and it is a dress that she wore both for Prince Archie's first birthday and for the photo which was released to announce her pregnancy with Princess Lilibet. So a very sweet nod to both of her children. At this reception, Megan received a shawl from the governor's wife, which was so stunning with this yellow dress. And she also received honors and symbols in a naming ceremony. I have to look more into the details of this and the titles involved, but Megan was named Ada Mazi on this visit, which the British papers are reporting is a title of respect and honor, meaning daughter of an aristocrat. This ceremony was attended by 4 kings from different parts of Nigeria who traveled to Lagos to meet with Harry and Meghan, which is a very, very high honor. Throughout the trip, both Harry and Meghan spoke about what it meant to them to be welcomed so warmly to Nigeria, but Meghan in particular, she was talking about how it felt like she was being welcomed home. So very touching. But wait, there's more. For the last event of their Nigerian tour on Sunday, Harry and Meghan attended a charity polo match, something that is very familiar to them. And in the process, they really demonstrated that they are pros at this point. This was their first official trip with a program of events since leaving working royal duties in 2020, but you can tell they have not lost their knack for it. And I purposely didn't include any pieces from the British media in this video because I wanted you to just hear what happened on this trip, but rest assured the British media are quite salty. Half of the articles about this trip are talking about how it's time for Harry and Meghan to be welcomed back because look how well they're doing. The other half of these stories I've seen are inventing snafus that supposedly happened on this trip. I personally didn't see any, and Meghan and Harry's hosts, above all, seemed very happy with their visit, and that's what matters. It was very exciting to see these two back at work again. I'm so sorry that I was a little preoccupied, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.
See, isn't she well-spoken? She gets into the fashion and all of that stuff. I got way too much stuff to talk about. Her primary focus is literally on royal family, so she has that tunnel vision and that drive to get really involved. I mean, she's really involved. She gets the tiaras, she gets some of the clothing. She's really like a huge fan, and she's younger, and yeah, so congratulations to her. When I need to get a brief recap, I go to her channel. I'm like, let me just go to her TikTok channel and see what she's saying, because I don't have the endurance or the desire to look this stuff up. And she breaks it down, so she's amazing. Anyway, so moving right along here. As you can see, let me just go to the next clip here. Before I, ponder on here, there was a recent post that just posted pertaining to Meghan and Harry's Archwell Foundation clan. It was pretty much declaring Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Archwell Foundation declared delinquent order to stop soliciting on spending. Let me just give you a little update on this clickbait here, because that's literally what it is. Clickbait, okay? Now, according to a source, the Archwell Foundation filed on time, but a check that was sent was never received. The foundation only became aware of this when the delinquency notice was issued. A new check has been sent by mail, and the Archwell Foundation expects the issue to be quickly resolved, reflected in records within the next 7 business days, or there's going to be some freaking firing and someone's going to seriously get sued. Okay? So this here, thank you, Nap. So this here, happy belated Mother's Day to anyone who's a mother. I'm sorry, I was so preoccupied with this live show. I didn't even bother saying it. So happy Mother's Day to whoever is a mother. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Okay, but yes. So everything is fine. You know, tax season is wrapping up. A lot of people probably filing late, whatever. So this is normal. I don't know how this got leaked to the media, but we can pretty much guess who pretty much leaked this crap to the media. It has Royal Family written all over it, but you know, too bad. So sad. Not true. Get you. I don't know. Y'all might want to get y'all source clear before y'all start leaking stuff. Ugh, get a life. And while we're on the subject about the Royal Family, it's some more news of their shadiness. You know, because they on this shade spree. This is what they're known for, to be shady, to be who they are. So meanwhile, in other news, the royal family did what they always had done. It was reported that King Charles presented his son, Prince William, with a significant honor. This event highlights the proud father-son relationship within the royal family. This presented Prince Harry with a setback during his recent royal event, which has been described as a kick in the teeth from King Charles. He is, you know, trying to promote his Invictus Games with his beautiful wife, you know, getting donations, getting some connections, helping the people in Nigeria, yada, 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 woo, woo, woo. Okay? While he's doing this, of course, you have the royal family competing against themselves, because the Megarrys are not competing against the royal family. They're just doing their job and doing what they have to do. They're not. Let me go check on them and see what they're doing right quick. Ooh, then let's do this. They're not thinking about them. This is a one-sided competition from the royal family. So anyway, and it's childish as hell. So King Charles decided to announce this. Okay? He decided to announce this during this time period. How freaking convenient. I'm not going to get into, you know, Kate, she surfaced. Yeah, I didn't know she surfaced. Her and Prince William did like an engagement together. And she was not sick with cancer. Her hair was not bald. She was fine, which is what I said, that she did not have cancer, and she lied. She looked perfectly fine. She even copied off the Megarry, well, Meghan anyway, in her fashion sense, along with the rest of the people down there. So anyway, the royal correspondent said this most likely referred to a change in Prince Harry's official role following his step back from royal duties. So when King Charles gifted Prince William this significant honor, was a kick in the face, because Prince Harry, as you know, outrank Prince William when it comes to this particular position. He outranks his brother, even though his brother's supposed to be next to be in line for king. But when it comes to going higher ranked, Prince William outranked his brother, because, you know, I guess Prince William had things to do. He had time to, you know, finish what he was doing. From what I gathered, he was lazy anyway. Okay, now, in other news, Prince Andrew, because no one's talking about Prince Andrew. He managed to be back in the cut, not being talked about, despite being one of the most embarrassing members thus far in this family. Okay, in other news, Prince Andrew will be evicted. Apparently, they're trying to evict him. His brother, King Charles, wants to evict him. He wants him gone. It's one thing I do agree with when it comes to King Charles. He wants to evict his brother, Prince Andrew. Okay? So it seems like King Charles is facing ongoing challenges faced by Prince Andrew, who has been embroiled in controversy since stepping back from the royal duties in 2019, due to his association with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, recent developments include King Charles' reported struggle to evict his brother, Prince Andrew. He wanted to evict his brother, Prince Andrew, from his ruined home, and new essay harassment allegations against him from a woman at a costume party. I know all about the whole Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew and all that stuff. Now, these issues have affected Prince Andrew's reputation, as we know, and it hindered the royal family's advancement on his daughters, because this little scandal here affected Prince Andrew's daughters, like Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. It's hard for them to get gigs, hard for them to get connections, and hard for them, people to take them seriously because their father is such a disgrace. They're still cool with the Megarrys, though. Now, you see, it was revealed that the late Queen Elizabeth made King Charles promise to look after his younger brother. Oh, yes. Queen Elizabeth, because it was told that Queen Elizabeth sat down with Prince Andrew and asked him, is this true? Of course, he denied it. I mean, he's been lying for years. And apparently, the Queen believed him because, you know, Prince Andrew was always the late Queen Elizabeth's favorite. So she paid his legal fees and his upkeep, made sure he retained the lifestyle that he was accustomed to. She took care of her baby despite him being a pedo. Anyway, and the rape and all right. Now, so with this in mind, she made King Charles a promise to look after his younger brother, Prince Andrew. But King Charles don't want to have anything to do with Prince Andrew. He wants to throw him to the wolves. But he's feeling conflicted with a deadbed promise to his late mother. So he allegedly compromised with Andrew and asking him, well, can you just move into the Frogmore cottage that was recently updated by the Megarrys? Remember, they spent like $1 or $2 million to update the Frogmore cottage. This is the Frogmore cottage. Okay. Now it's either he moved there or he pays $500,000 to update his home. Because King Charles like, I'm not giving you money to update this home. I'm not giving you this big, huge stipend, because I think he was getting something like $500,000 a year or something like that. I'm not sure. I mean, he was giving money. Aside from the other money he was getting for whatever charity event he was getting. I'm not sure how much they get. But anyway, but King Charles like, I'm not giving you money to keep up your... I'm not doing that. No. Now, you either move into the Frogmore cottage or you pay $500,000 to update your... It's supposed to be ruined now. Paint is chipping off. Some of the plumbing is not working. It smells, molding. I mean, it's really bad. It's really hard for him to live there. And he still stays there with his ex-wife. Okay? Yeah, so Prince Andrew still stays there with his ex-wife. And it's completely run down. And King Charles said, I'm not paying for a damn thing. So you either, give that big-ass freaking mansion up or move into the Frogmore cottage, which is a lot smaller. It looks big on here, but it's not that big. Seriously, it's not. Okay? That's where the Megarrys was staying when they were down there. That they were forced to sell back or give up. Actually, they gave up. Even though they paid $2 million for the update, they never got that money back. So, it is what it is. And they never argued about it either. Like, we're not even going through that with you guys. So, anyway. Moving on here. Hold on for a second. I'm just going to say this, and I'm just going to be done with this whole thing. If Prince William or Prince Harry was in charge, Andrew would have been thrown out. It would not have been a compromise. It would not have been any negotiations. He will be out. Like, you know what? You're a disgrace. I draw the line at this. Even though they cannot talk. I'm not talking about Prince Andrew. Prince William, Prince Harry. I'm talking about King Charles and the stuff that I heard about him. So it's probably more than just a deathbed, promise to his mother. It's because Prince Andrew knows where the body's buried, King Charles. So technically, you don't have no other choice but to put up with your spoiled brat, privileged brother who's used to getting any and everything he wants. Even though you want to throw him out on this little keister, you can't. And it has nothing to do with the promises of your mom, because I'm sure you've broken plenty promises that you gave her over the freaking decades. So she is not surprised. You just can't throw him out because he'd start ratting your butt out. And that's something you cannot afford right now. And you're an alleged cancer scare that's doing nothing in terms of making you lose more hair that you already have. But we're going to ignore that whole little shtick. Now, let's move on to celeb gossip. Okay, as you know, Jaleel White is currently married. He is married. Woohoo! Congratulations to Jaleel White. That's the man who plays Steve Urkel in Family Matters. Yes, actor Jaleel White, best known for his role as Steve Urkel in Family Matters, has recently married. He tied the knot with Nicoletta, however you want to pronounce her name. I believe it's Nicoletta. Anyway, on May 4th, 2024, the couple first met during the pandemic and publicized their relationship back in 2022. They celebrated their wedding at the Rivera Country Club in Los Angeles, because she's a member of the country club. Now, Jaleel's wife is Nicoletta. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Nicoletta. Rule, a Yale University graduate. She graduated from Yale. Yeah. And she's a sports tech executive. And I seen her physique. The girl look at her arms. She got muscles. See? You can tell she works out. Look at these muscles. So she's a sports tech executive. She has a strong background in digital media and previously worked with the Los Angeles Chargers as a director of digital media. Oh yeah, so look at her. She got the muscles. Muscles up. Let me get muscles. So, there's a lot I want to say, honestly, about Jaleel White. He's been on my mind recently, and I see why. But I don't know why he's on my mind because it is. Because him marrying a Caucasian woman is nothing surprising. I mean, I told you. Matter of fact, I told you guys that during the video I did about him. I told you he's not attracted to Negro/colored women or black women. He's not attracted to Negro women. He never have been. Because a lot of people were getting kind of upset in the comment section. It's like, how he's going to marry this Caucasian woman? I mean, why? Okay, first of all, oh my gosh. I don't know why I have to say this. Jaleel White, again, is only attracted to Caucasian women, anyone who's not a Negro. Okay? And his Steve Urkel character is drastically different from his true self. Drastically different. I mean, it was even reported that he was fond. He wasn't that fond. Now, I don't even want to lie. I was going to make it neutral. He wasn't that fond of playing that role of Steve Urkel. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he said. But he said he got his mojo back and he's ready to try other roles. I mean, you got to understand. Jaleel White has been acting since he was a kid, like 5-6 years old, okay? Even though majority of his characters have been around his people. But most of his friends, he has friends of all races, but he's not attracted to women of his race. Even though the movie and the TV shows or whatever he played in paired him with people of his color. And, you know, he was crazy about Laura and, you know, all this other stuff. That's so far from his character. So far from his character. He don't really I'm sure he find Negro women attractive, but not to the point I want to marry them. I follow him on social media. He posts some pretty interesting things. He's He's very eclectic. A very unique young man. He has some pretty ruddy, interesting sense of humor. Most of them are insults. He insults people in a humorous way. You know, a girl walking into a wall or, you know, whatever. Point of the matter is, I'm trying to be nice about this, but he's just drastically different from Steve Urkel. I mean, Stefan. They're not even remotely the freaking same. Maybe the gentleman and the chivalry and conservativeness and decorum, they probably, you know, share some similarities, him and Stefan, and the swag and the clothes and stuff, but as far as it goes. But in terms of the passion and loving and caring, I'm sure he has that, but it's limited. You see this boy social media, I'm telling you. Jaleel, he's who he should be with. Because honestly, no offense, I'm a huge fan of Jaleel. Don't get me wrong, but he couldn't even handle a sister, and I'm being real. He couldn't handle our strong, you know, leadership, independent, whatever. This young lady may have some kind of power position, and that's all great. She looked very athletic, whatever. Yeah. But I guarantee you she probably have some domestic mannerisms that he probably like. And, yeah, let's just say I'm just going to read this because I want to get real brutal, and Kiki is trying to come out and I'm trying to keep her in. Anyway, I'm just going to say what he says. I don't miss playing Urkel, he says. I really don't. I'm not trying to get away from it or anything like that, but I don't miss the role at all. Really, I just want to work. I want my daughter to say, I know my daddy does, not what daddy did. Let me repeat that. He said, I want my daughter to say, I know what daddy does and not what daddy did. And so far, that's what he's getting. And he said here, I just want people to know I haven't gone anywhere, he says. The passion was gone for a while, but I've got my mojo back. Because, you know, he hasn't really got any roles lately. You know, and I'll be honest with you, I would love him to play a family man or action character. You know how Queen Latifah is full-blown lesbian. She's even married to a woman and everything, but they're always pairing her with men and married men and stuff like that. I can see that happening. I can see, even though he's only attracted to non-sisters, so to speak, he's attracted to Caucasian women. That's all good. I mean, she's a gorgeous young lady. I mean, the girl is very athletic. Her arms is like, boom. No, I don't envy that. But I want my help. What does I'm saying? My arms are like that. Never mind. Move right along here. But the point of the matter is that I think Jaleel White is a great actor. He's a very good actor. Very, very good actor. I can see him playing a family man in some sitcom or action character, you know, or some serious role where he has to get really into his feelings. I can see him doing that. I mean, yeah. They need to put him back on the map. I mean, this boy has a lot of talent. I mean, the way he was able to play all those roles and The Family Matters was amazing. I just sad that it's, I'm not going to get into the whole theory. But anyway, congratulations to Jaleel White and his wife, Nicoletta. I think it's Nicoletta. Yeah, Nicoletta. That's how you pronounce her name. Nicoletta. I'm sure she's probably called herself Nicole, though. But Nicoletta, congratulations to them. Hopefully it works. I'm getting some psychic vibes here that this will be over in 2 years. But, you know, I'm hoping I'm wrong. Let's move right along here. Okay. Anyway. So we're going to move on to Ozempic here. We're going to kind of breeze past through this. Now, as we all know, Ozempic is flowing through Hollywood like a trend of recently past twin pregnancies. Y'all remember that trend where everybody was pregnant with twins? Everybody got pregnant with twins. I mean, everybody was pregnant with twins. It was ridiculous. It was like the 3 years. If you notice, most of the people who has twins, all their kids are around the same age. It was like during a 3-4 year period, everybody was pregnant with twins. Yeah. So during that little twin pandemic, the topic, now we're in Ozempic pandemic, okay? The topic of Ozempic and its use in Hollywood has been a hot discussion lately. Ozempic, a medication approved for type 2 diabetes, has a prominent side effect of weight loss, which has led to its off-label use for this purpose. The active ingredient, semaglutide, is also approved to treat obesity under the name Wegovy. Okay? So, again, celebrities are using this to lose weight. And you'll be surprised when celebrities use this thing. I didn't even know that for real. Now, it seems like celebrities like Oprah Winfrey, as we know, she's pretty much the only honest celebrity among other few who was honest, who took it. The other one's trying to lie and crap, but we know they took it. Oprah Winfrey, Blac Chyna, you know, she took it. Kim Kardashian, she took it. Khloe, she took it. Jennifer Lopez, she took it. That's why she looks a lot skinnier now. She's always been skinny, but she took it. Beyonce was alleged she took it before a tour. Amy Schumer, she took it. Tracy Morgan, he took it. Elon Musk, he took it. Because, you know, he was a little thickums, if you call it thick. I don't know how a billionaire needs Ozempic. Can you just hire a trainer or something? I don't know how you can be billionaire. You know, I'm just done. Anyway, I still don't know how you can be a billionaire and still be overweight and need to take Ozempic. I would hire the best, and I'm single too. I would hire the best single sexy trainer if I'm not married. Of course, we have extracurricular activities, but I'll be just like freaking Cassie and Halle Berry, because you know they've been screwing their little trainers too. I'm just saying that's who I would be if I was single and not married. I don't know how you can be rich and have to take Ozempic with all that damn money. Are you kidding me? I'm about to be looking cut. Okay, like muscle look, like Jaleel White body look with bigger boobs and curvaceous more. Anyway, so Oprah is the only one who's spoken up about it. Everybody else is lying. I think Amy, she's spoken up, and Tracy, she said something. Blac Chyna's still lying. Elon Musk, really, he's procrastinating, but you know, there's Elon Musk. He procrastinates about a lot of things. Anyway, so we have Oprah, who has spoken about her weight loss drugs as a tool to manage weight without the yo-yo, expressing that it feels like she said it feels like a relief and a gift. Because, you know, Oprah has been struggling with her weight for decades. However, there are concerns about the trend of using these medications among those who don't necessarily need for health reasons. Now, experts have highlighted the potential issues with people who are not suffering from obesity using these drugs merely to slim down. Well, good luck on trying to get them to listen to that, because they're not going to listen. Now, you see the conversation with Ozempic in Hollywood intersects with health, celebrities' influence, and beauty standards. amplifying a culture of body. This is stupid. This article says it's amplifying a culture of body dissatisfaction. Okay, I may be rude, but that has always been in Hollywood, in the world, well, mainly here in America. People over there in like China and Korea, they don't really have a lot of weight issues. I mean, obesity is really times 10 here in America. And a lot of people would tell you that, this overseas, like people are fat here. You know, and it's because all the crap that, you know, it's been sold here and how easy it is to attain and get food. So therefore obesity is crazy, even more crazy here than it is in London, than it is in China, it is in Russia and Korea. They don't really have a lot of weight problems over there, just mainly here and other places. Now, while some celebrities have openly discussed their use of weight loss medications, others have denied it, and the topic remains controversial. Like some people admit it and some people are lying. We all know Chloe took the Ozempic. She did. She introduced Kim to it. Okay. Kim probably introduced Oprah. Kim probably introduced Jennifer Lopez. Kim probably, you know, got to Black China. Black China started using it. Tracy Morgan heard it through the, you know, grapevine. So this lady here, and so on and so forth with the little Ozempic gravy train. But Chloe was the first person to use it. Now, moving right along here. I'm not going to get into this whole Ozempic thing because I'm done with Hollywood. Now, let's move on to celeb blackout here. Now, it seems like some people are finally moving on social media sites like TikTok called Blackout 2024 or Block Talk. They call Block Talk. Okay. Now this movement seems to be a blackout trend. Users seem to make lists of famous people and social media influencers they want to block to hurt their ad income and social media influence. Now this is a form of digital protest where people stop celebrities they think aren't helping others with their money and fame, especially in the light of current events like the conflict between Israel and Hamas. Now they claim that people can cut off the impact of celebrities by unfollowing or blocking them, or they saying by blocking them on a digital platform, supposed to, you know, stop their PayPal or whatever, you know, no followers, no money, no ad revenue, no check. Yeah, well, anyway, this is where the word they call it digitine, which means digital guillotine, whatever the fuck that means, comes from. The movement picked up speed after the 2024 Met Gala. Apparently, the difference between the richness of the celebrities there and the ongoing global crisis led to a call to responsibilities and accountability on platforms. The public expects people with more power to improve the world and use their platforms to bring attention to important problems. So they're saying they're going to Met Gala, showing their famous dresses and doing it up. Meanwhile, people are dying in Hamas and Israel. I mean, where is the empathy? Where is the sympathy? Where is something? Why do they ask us to do this? I don't understand this crap. This is what fucking annoys me. But here, you know I got a clip for you, right? Here's the clip right here. Okay, these are the list of people who they're saying they want you to block. Okay? Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande, Elizabeth Gillis, Victoria Justice, Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner, Kris Jenner, Kim, the whole Kardashian family, James Charles, Jeffree Star, and Michaela Nogoria, Tyra Banks, Doja Cat, Lizzo, Gina Ortega, Zendaya, Olivia Rodrigo, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Britney Spears, Drake, Travis Scott, Kanye West, Malu Trevejo, Vanessa Hudgens, and Noah Cyrus, and so on and so forth. You know, I have to say this. You know, I'll say this in just a second, but here's the gentleman here. He pretty much just give you a brief summary of what I just said.
Blocking celebrities is now the latest trend in social media, including high-profile celebrities such as Kim Kardashian, who has already lost millions of followers. This all stems from a recent publicity event at the Met Gala in which influencer Hailey Bailey said, "Let them eat cake," which, as you know, if you ever took a history class back in college, that is a reference to the famous Queen Marie Antoinette, who essentially belittled her peasants and said that she was better to them due to being an elitist with a lot of money. And this has caused massive outlash over social media due to the fact there's a massive wage disparity in the world today, with influencers making millions and millions of dollars to post on social media, and everyday people simply struggling to make ends meet and pay their bills and get a job. The effect has caused many celebrities to lose massive amounts of followers, hoping that celebrities will lose a lot of their income as a result. What do you guys think about this whole trend about blocking celebrities on social media?
Drink water. You see, here's the problem with this movement, aside from the fact that it won't work. But the notion to, first of all, this is why I got a problem with this. I understand their compassion behind it, but here's the problem I got. The notion to have my people, Negro/Black people, colored people, to participate in this movement to support the Palestinians genocide is being requested of my people, even though we, Black people, Negro people, ourselves have been subjected to genocide since the 1700s. The question still remains, where is our support? You want us to support the Palestinians. Take all these Negro people off this list. If Beyonce's on, take her off that list, okay? Take them all. Travis Scott, Kanye West, all the Negro people off this list. Okay? Because our people are still in genocide. It has not stopped. As you can see here. Black genocide in the United States since 1778 till present. So for you to ask us to show empathy and sympathy for another race, okay, yeah, empathy, sympathy, you know, my wishes. But however, no, where is our empathy and sympathy? No. Don't ask us to do this. It's a no. And I'm trying to be nice as possible. Don't ask us to do this. And that includes, like I said, Negro, Black, African, mixed, biracial, all of them. Take them off this list. Don't even ask us to participate in it. Lizzo, yeah, Zendaya, all of them. Nicki Minaj, take them all off this list. Don't ask us to participate in this. It's an insult. Ask us to do Blackout. I don't care about these celebrities. The hell is our compassion? Where's our Blackout? Huh? There's, you know, I'm done with this whole subject. I'm getting upset. Ask us to participate in this. You gotta be kidding me. Freaking believable. Now let's get on to this. Now, someone may have broken into, apparently, or tried to steal from one of Drake's houses. No one is sure if Kendrick is to blame. Most likely not. That being said, Drake's house has always been broken into, apparently around the same time as any beef. Same thing happened last year when he was in a beef with somebody. Someone broke into his house. One thing I would say about Drake's close-knit friends is that most of his close-knit friends are pedos, violent criminals, or RAs. I mean, seriously, if you ever do a search on Drake on TikTok, you know, Drake Conspiracy, Drake Dark Secrets, or whatever on TikTok, you'd be surprised who he hangs with. I mean, this man has given me some serious predatorial things, and I think whoever, what do you call them, national security, whatever, people who raided Sean Combs' house, they need to do that to him too. Because he got trafficking and pedophilia all over his little record. I'm just saying. His friends are crazy as hell. For real. In the meantime, here's how their beef is broken down, just in case some of you need a brief recap. You know I got you covered. Okay? We're going to start from this.
Aubrey Graham. See, Aubrey had a problem. Everyone hated him. And it's so much more people than you can imagine. I'm gonna need y'all to lock in. When The Weeknd was first coming up, Drake said, sign on my label. The Weeknd said, nah. Drake said, okay, can you help me with some songs? The Weeknd said, sure, why not? Drake said, can you help me with some more songs? That's some more songs. Matter of fact, can you just give me half your album? The Weeknd said, I don't really have a choice because I'm a new artist, but I'm not gonna sign your label. Drake said, that's okay, we're still friends. Then Drake started dating his ex-girlfriend Bella Hadid. Meet A$AP Rocky. Drake took him on his first tour ever, but Drake noticed something. A$AP Rocky kept hanging out with this girl named Rihanna, and Drake really liked that girl named Rihanna. Fast forward years later, A$AP Rocky gets married to Rihanna and they have kids. Drake didn't like that very much. So Drake starts saying mean things about him and his wife, so he gets mad. Meet Ricky. He thought Drake was a little weird because of the whole Meek Mill situation and for the fact that Drake called for a cease and desist on a French Montana song behind the scenes. But Rick said, we're still friends. Rick Ross then features on Metro Boomin's new album, does not say anything about Drake, but Drake took it some type of way. So Drake invites Rick Ross's ex-girlfriend to his concert. Rick Ross doesn't like that very much, so he gets upset. Which brings us to Metro Boomin himself, who's the man who kind of started this whole thing. See, Metro didn't really like Drake because Drake has always been weird in the industry. He thought it was a little strange that Drake was still getting awards for an album that nobody listened to, and Metro was not getting any awards for his album that everyone listened to. Drake said, screw you. Metro says, screw you back. Future didn't have no big problems with Drake, but he's very close with Metro Boomin, and he's been in the industry a long time. He knows. So he probably thought, I see where Metro's coming from, but it wasn't that deep for him. Drake didn't see it that way. Future, you chose your side. I don't care if you're talking about me or not on the album. Screw you too. Pusha ain't really had no problem with Drake like that, but I need you to pay attention. Drake had a problem with Pusha T because Pusha T had a problem with Drake's mentor, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne had a problem with Pusha T because Pusha T had a problem with Lil Wayne's mentor, Birdman. Pusha T had a problem with Birdman because Birdman didn't pay Pharrell money for a beat. And Pharrell and Pusha T go way back to the days they weren't famous. Another trend you'll see in all these beefs is Drake inserting himself in a position he just doesn't need to be in. Like Megan Thee Stallion, she was having a problem with somebody named Jay Prince, Tory Lanez. Drake said, ooh, let me hop in. So Drake makes a song about her saying some crazy things. It gets wicked. He then gets mad at Ja Morant, starts to beef over a girl. He then starts beefing with Common because Common dated Serena Williams and Drake likes Serena Williams. He then starts beefing with ASAP. Did I mention him? He then starts beefing with Ye. It's always been a love-hate thing between them. But then when the Pusha thing happened, Pusha T is signed to Kanye's labels. They were close, so Kanye chose Pusha T's side. But then Drake starts getting close to Kim Kardashian. Kanye thought that was weird, so he said, screw you, Drake. He's also had beef with Tyga, Joe Budden, Jhené Aiko, Tinashe, Childish Gambino, I believe. A million people. But most of all, the people have always been a little annoyed with Drake. Fun fact, Drake as well as Kid Cudi and Kanye were the first people to make semi-nerdy cool in the rap game. Those three were in the forefront of rap is changing. But everyone tolerated Kanye and Kid West, but Drake took things to a whole nother level. Let's just be frank, Drake is half white. But that's not the problem. The problem is to many people, Drake puts on a persona of blackness. If you're not black, that's not up for discussion. Listen closely. J. Cole is half white, but he acts like J. Cole. Accepted. Lil Yachty is from the suburbs. Acts like Lil Yachty. Accepted. So Drake being half white and being from the suburbs really has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that he pretends to be someone he's not that kind of annoys some people. It's the fact that many artists claim that he takes their songs. XXXTentacion is one of these people. This is why his whole crew OVO hates them, because they make music too. But apparently he takes all their songs and doesn't let them release any music. It's the ghostwriter claim. It's the fact that he's always messaging young women. It's the random petty stuff he does online. Now you may be asking yourself, has all this been going on for 15 years?
Yes.
Why would people still mess with Drake like that? Well, that's because he was making good music. The moment he stopped making very good music, the bubble that he'd been building for so many years was ready to pop. And then there's Kendrick Lamar. See, Drake took Kendrick on his first tour, the same one that he took A$AP Rocky on. But then Kendrick comes out with a song called Control. It's a Big Sean song as well. And Kendrick is throwing shots at everybody in the industry, but it's friendly competition. He said, I got love for you all. Everybody he named was cool with it. In fact, they said, if you got named in that Kendrick verse, that means you're a good rapper. Everyone except for Drake. You see, Drake took it the hardest. He took it very personal. Drake went to Kendrick, said, Kendrick, Drake said, why would you say you got love for me, but then say you want to take the rap crown from me? I would like an apology.
This
Kendrick
is so
said, okay,
childish.
that you took it the hardest.
Ugh,
In fact, I
these people are
hate
crazy.
you, and I've always hated you. You know why? Because you're weird. I don't like your morals. I never wanted to say anything, but it turns out I just found out that I'm a little weird as well. So, let's talk about it. Drake said, fine, we finna see who the craziest. Kendrick said, you don't want to do that. Everyone in the industry tried to tell Drake, you don't want to do that. Drake did it. Well,
This is so
that's why we're
childish.
here now.
I felt like I was back in freaking school. I mean, is this how celebrities act? Are you that bored with yourself, or you gotta just? This is sad.
Honestly, things are starting to look pretty crazy on the behalf of Drake. You got them saying that they took down the third alleged trespasser at Drake's Toronto mansion right now. But it's crazy because we just found out that the security firm and a bunch of other companies are actually owned by Drake. So it's actually making things start to look a little funny. So check this out.
CBC News has learned more about the security firm operating here outside the house. Have a look at that vehicle. Jungle Lion Security presents itself as Canada's #1 provider of security services. But no one answered our repeated calls, and the firm doesn't appear to have a website. We obtained Ontario Transportation Ministry records showing the license plate on the company's vehicle is registered to Aubrey D. Graham, better known as Drake. And the only person listed in the security firm's public profile is the man seen next to Drake in this video. is reported head of security, known to fans as Chubs.
People that are in the rapper,
Oh wow.
they are the most highest threat level of any people in the entertainment industry.
Honestly, to me, sound like Drake got some explaining to do.
Wow. So it may just be all
Honestly, things are
bull
starting
crap.
to look.
Are we even surprised by that? I mean, I'm not. For real. This is nothing new for me.
Well, it looks like Drake has finally put in the white flag, y'all. The man has officially given up on the beef and has taken his L against Kendrick Lamar. The man said good times, summer vibes up next. That means new album coming this summer, and that means he quit, bruh. You know what? Drake put up a good fight. I'm not gonna cap, but he has to take this L. No lie, I'm really surprised he went up against Kendrick Lamar, bro. The man was already cooked from the start, so. Kendrick Lamar is not like us break the record for the most single day streams for a hip hop song on Spotify, beating Drake at one of his own records, bruh. Drake, I feel you, bruh. You is going through a lot, bro. I would have left too, not gonna cap. Regardless, this song is fire. I play it every single day. But the way how Kendrick Lamar is so aggressive and this man just put a song on top of this song, bro, that was wild. As a Drake fan, I am just in distraught. Apparently, this man, Not Like Us record just broke the most streams ever in a single week for a song by a rapper on Spotify, beating Drake's record In My Feelings again, bro. Oh, damn, Drake. Hey, man, props to both rappers, bro. Good rap beef. This was insane. What y'all think about this beef? Because I think Kendrick won, in my opinion.
So what do you guys think in the comment section? I think Kendrick Lamar won that beef, the little rap feud there. Because allegedly Drake quit because he just announced his new album. I'm not sure if that means he quit. I wouldn't even start it, but you know, these rappers, they gotta act childish. So what do y'all think in the comment section? Y'all think Drake won that little beef, or was it Kendrick Lamar? Let me hear it in the comment section. What you guys think? Oh, goodness. Shoot. Okay. Well, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to move on here for you muters. Okay, so we're going to move on to Leviathan. As most of you know, Leviathan is a biblical beast, or should I say a dragon, depends on where you're at in the world. To give you a brief recap, Leviathan was supposed to be this biblical beast that, quote unquote, God, a man, who it was supposed to be a male and female beast or something like that. But apparently, he didn't want them to cohabitate, so to speak. So he killed the female beast. The man wrote this, and it's one, and he pretty much put a ice barrier or something around the beast so the beast can get in and start causing chaos and havoc. I believe, like I said in my last live show, I believe parts of that story. The part I don't believe is this man supposed to have power over this cockamamie beast. I hate the fact that women are seriously just deleted from history. Annoying. Anyway, you said Kendrick. Oh yeah, Kendrick, he definitely won, absolutely. He got a lot of people talking about the whole Drake pedo thing, which I have been talking about for years. But apparently got a lot of other people who did not know anything researching. I mean, he's literally getting exposed left and right all over TikTok. I mean, and X, if you follow that stuff. I know. But you're the only person typing. No one else typing. Everybody just listening if they're even humans. Or you saw the video about my rule. I have no idea who I'm viewing. This could be one view, and then it could be another view somewhere else where people are actually commenting. I have no idea who is looking at my videos. Who are even allowed to comment. As far as I know, they probably don't think they can comment. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, moving right along here. So Leviathan, this beast here, dragon. I have a video here, but here's my theory behind this Leviathan thingamajigger. Okay? My theory about the Leviathan Now they're saying Leviathan was going through the ocean near, they claim, the South Pole, Antarctica, but it was only. See, this is the part that I don't understand. I understand that South Africa had a little weather anomaly, but it doesn't coincide with the weather side effects of this beast in that area. Because this beast is supposed to produce like 50, 60 waves or something like that. I'm probably over-exaggerating or under-exaggerating, you know, as it passed through or whatever through that particular country. But South Africa only had one weather anomaly, and this beast supposed to have been passed in South Africa and kind of allegedly going by New York or up somewhere in that area, or Texas or Florida or something. But I haven't really heard anything. Okay? Which it don't, let me back up. It don't coincide with what this beast supposed to produce, which lets me know that the weather side effects of this beast in that area, it doesn't coincide with that. This further proves that the map is wrong and there isn't a South Pole or an Antarctica. I believe that when people claim to go to Antarctica or the South Pole, they're going to north, as in the North Pole, or somewhere the ice barrier is if they need to go anywhere beyond that point. Okay, I think they're going north. Okay, that's what I think. Or the ice barrier. Why do I believe this? I mean, we'll look at the evidence. Since the beast has surfaced, places such as China and New York, primarily places up north, have been getting hit with major weather. Cold fronts, huge floods, tsunamis. This what has been going on in those areas where this beast supposed to have gave side effects if it wished to pass through your country or your state. Nothing has really happened in South Africa other than that one weather anomaly. Nothing, as far as I know. I haven't heard anything. So it lets me know the map is upside down. If you think about it, the map is upside down. Take a look at this.
Technically correct. Yes, this is our map, but what if I told you it's not technically correct? This is the Mercator projection, but schools are actually shifting to Peter's projection. It's more accurate with how big the continents are. Like Africa and South America are much bigger than we think, but we could read a map like this. Although north is conventionally correct, there's no real rule that south can't be up. Just like how we could read a map east to west or west to east, we could also read the map with a Pacific-centered map. So North and South America are here. So a Pacific-centered map wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And lastly, no one said we couldn't read a map with a polar center. So we could read the map from like way up top. It's a little harder to read, but it's more of a neutral map. So fun fact of the day, we could read maps differently.
Oh, they are so loving. Oh my gosh. Looking at Prince, the Megarrys. See, I told you. I think she has a point. You see this? This is how I believe the map is, upside down. First of all, Russia is not that big. I don't know why these freaking areas like to have their... Russia is not that big. And people in Russia would tell you it's not that big. It's not like it on a map. Okay? So they need to stop lying with that whole crap. Okay? Because that's crap. Listen to what this guy had to say.
If you study the right knowledge, in actuality, the map of the earth is actually turned upside down. So the south is actually north. And people don't know that. Look up Google the real map or the real world map. It's going to freak you the fuck out. These white folks are so fucking racist that they put themselves over Africa to always, not just that, to always make you feel like they're above you. Racism is so fucking deep. That's why the Nile River, they said it flows south, it actually flows north. And if you really look at the pyramids in Africa, the pyramids, the development of pyramids actually came from the south. The pyramids were lower and lower, and they were perfecting them as they moved what people consider is the north, right? So in actuality, the information as it pertains to the pyramids actually came from South Africa. And they developed them more as it went so-called north, but that was actually down. So we actually up. I don't like motherfuckers saying down south. I don't like to say third coast. I say we up south, motherfucker.
There you go.
We ain't last. We cleaned in a bitch.
There you go.
You just fucking me up.
Okay. Okay, he's gonna start cussing and I don't got time to hear all that. Anyway, so that's pretty much what it is. The map is upside down. So when this beast was going to its location, so to speak, it was not traveling. It was not traveling for what it says in the video and on the weather station website. It wasn't traveling from Antarctica, South Pole, whatever. It was traveling because of the map upside down. Okay. That means it was traveling like this. Matter of fact, let me just pull up the next map here because I have it on the next map. Here we go. Okay. So it was traveling. It was traveling what it said, but the map, if you flip the map over, you would see it traveling here. You see, it was traveling here. Which will explain the weather anomalies in this area. You see what I'm saying here? New York was getting it. Okay? And all the areas around this coastline. Okay? Now, allegedly, he didn't kill the female beast. He just separated him. He put one up here and he put one down there. Okay. We don't know which gender of the beast that's currently out at the current moment. Okay. Some people, a matter of fact, if you think about it here, now that I'm talking about it, the videos that I showed you in my last live show and somewhere on my social medias, don't know which one. Anyway, there has been visuals where you saw that cockamamie beast somewhere in this area. And then you saw people who were, whatever they were doing in this water, they saw it over here too. If you think about the map being upside down, which means they may have saw both the female and the male beast. Okay. Now considering our radar primarily don't show much of what's really going on, you know, in certain areas of the world, because they're like, you're not for be, you know, having cameras in our area, going somewhere with that. So you probably will see only one area and not the other area. But when people upload it to TikTok, you see people sailing or whatever the hell they're doing in the water over there, both down here in the South Atlantic and somewhere up here, if you flip it over. Okay? Which means both the male and the female beast are currently, they out of somewhere. And if they meet up, they're going to meet up somewhere around here. So that beast was flowing from here. Whatever, remove whatever this is. But floating from here in this area. And there's been so much weather occurrences, man. You have no idea. New York has been getting it. Canada's been getting it. Whew. I'm telling you. You can look on TikTok. Yeah, I think I'm lying. There's so much weather occurrences on TikTok. It's freaking ridiculous. Just look up China weather and New York weather. Yeah, China. Yeah. This place over here. If you want to look at Russia weather too, you might not gonna find anything in Russia though. But just find places along this coast here. And along this coast. So I wonder if China is getting all this weather and they're supposed to be over here. Which I find odd. So where is other beast? No, I would say the beast won't be down here because that'd be clear. If you'd ever been there, met up somewhere in the water. I guess you want to hide the beast. You'll hide him somewhere over here. I guess. I don't know. I have to research that more. Who knows? Whatever. Anyway, well, that's all I have for today. I'm just going to end it here because I'm tired and I don't even know. I feel like I'm talking to myself. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for staying throughout the duration of this video. Buenas noches.